Hello guys, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today, I'm going to show you how to draw Mrs. Potts and Chip from Beauty and the Beast. So come on, let's get started. Well, as soon as I dropped that Lumiere video the other day, I've been getting a bunch of requests for more Beauty and the Beast characters. Let's do this. Okay, so when starting Mrs. Potts, I promised I'm drawing Mrs. Potts and Chip together. So I'm going to have her looking down lovingly at Chip. So I start with that small circle. And if I'm going to have her looking down at Chip, I'm going to bring in that center axis line, the vertical one down here like that. And I'm going to angle the horizontal one down like this. So she's clearly looking right down here. And then that's when I'll throw in the rest of her shape. Just like, actually, let me revise this a little bit here. Okay. Yep, that's much better. Okay, so obviously her eyes are going to go on either side of this line. And I'm just going to give those shapes right now. That's there like that. This will be down like that. They're like egg shapes, kind of, right? So yeah, that's about right. Okay. Her nose, or the spout of the teapot, rests right in here. And depending on the angle, and I can tell right now by the angle I just drew this, the spout sometimes covers her other eye. So, you know what? Because I'm explaining it now, let me just show you. So we've got the bridge of the nose. I got a little wrinkle up here. Her spout is going to come right up like this. Now the difference between a bad looking Mrs. Potts and a good looking one is the spout. You don't want it too small, you don't want it too big. You draw that too big, she's going to look like an elephant. That was a problem I had at the beginning when first learning how to draw her. I drew a lot of elephant head Mrs. Pottses. Okay, so I've got her cheek covering the bottom of her eye here. And it's going to hint the bottom of it right here like that. She is caricatured after the actress who provided the voice, Angela Lansbury, who is most known for her television series, Murder, She Wrote. But for those of us who didn't watch that show in the 80s and 90s, I know her mostly from Bedknobs and Broomsticks growing up. She played the witch Eglantine. But she was also a very big Broadway actress. Gonna draw in the eyelids right now. There we go. That is the, if I can say so myself, the perfectly proportioned spout. Okay, and then I very lightly draw in a circle right down there like that. Angela Lansbury has this cute little chin, so they wanted to make sure that was used in her character design. And looking at this right now, I completely see her here. You may not, but I bet you anything, if you go and watch this animated feature immediately after sitting through Bedknobs and Broomsticks, you'll absolutely see her face in this character. Okay, so we've got her angled like this. If we're going to draw Chip, Chip is about, to her face, about yay big. So I'm going to bring this over, and I'm going to incorporate that size right now. Let's see. Small circle. Then, yeah. Like this. Tilted. Okay. Sometimes it's not really a formula, more of a quick circle, and then just kind of figure out the rest of that cup shape. Sometimes, let's see. Oh no, that's much better. Okay. See, sometimes you just gotta figure it out. Okay, now, one thing with these characters, because they don't have any feet, all they have are these bases, right? So it's very important to figure out the action line for these characters. See, I've got the tilt here. All of the balance is going to be this way. So I use that to counterbalance for the base. Just like that. And then, you know, he has a design on there. Same thing with Mrs. Potts. So even though she's facing down this way, her line of action would really be about this right here. So if I've got that in there like that, I know we've got the weight kind of balanced this way, so I'm going to counterbalance with the base. All right, so we've got a little scrunch of the base down here, and then it stretches out a little bit here to give her that balance so that she doesn't fall over. And then I will darken in those lines. Keep it nice and curvy. That's why I turned the page. I'm going to let my wrist and the natural arch of the wrist do that for me, just like that. I'm going to, since I'm here, let's draw in a darker line right there like that. Okay. And just like Chip, she has that design. The pink petals, and then those thinner light blue petals, and it's on a purple base. And then the rim is gold. And since I'm here, let's throw in some lipstick. Don't want to go too big on the lipstick. There's a lot of fan art out there of Mrs. Potts, and they go way too crazy on the lipstick, and it's just throws it off. Makes her look like something she is not. Alright, just gonna throw in the rest of that cheek. And let's see. Okay. Let's go back here, and I'm gonna throw in the handle. Just like Mrs. Potts' spout. You don't want to go too big or too small with this handle. Just like that. His eyes, like Mrs. Potts, they're kind of egg-shaped. His are more tear-shaped, to be honest with you. Okay. And they go on either side of the handle. And let's see. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay. He does have eyebrows. And because I didn't think this through, I'm only realizing it now. Because of the angle that I'm drawing them on, his chip is on the other side of his face. So we're not even going to draw the chip. This wasn't clickbait, guys. This was just not thinking when I planned the video out. Maybe I could have spent 5 more minutes planning the video before I hit record. Oh well, sorry. On the other side, the chip will go right here. There we go.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Okay, so now So now, let's see. Let's throw in eyebrows. And they're very, very finely manicured eyebrows. They're very thin. We've got the side of her head here. Okay. Now, Mrs. Potts is a teapot. She has a lid. It, just like the spout takes place of her nose, the lid takes place of her hat. She's wearing a bonnet. This is a 17th century France, so they keep it pretty period. So we do have to remember that this is a teapot lid, so it has to have a handle. So the pom-pom on the top of her bonnet seconded as the handle of a lid. And it has those gold spikes coming out. But then the ruffles of the bonnet come out as this fun design of the lid. You don't have to draw too many of these. You do want to give it some dimension. Okay. So this is the, like in the base, this is the gold part of the bonnet. You want to keep it rounded. You don't want to have any sharp edges on this until you go into the perspective there. So the top of the lid, it's the same purple as what's down here in the base. Now, let's lock their eyes here. That's why I always leave the pupils of the eyes to the end, and then we're going to go a little dark on this outline and give her those eyelashes. And now, last but not least, we have to throw in the handle on her back. Now, it is on her back, it's not on the side, so it has to line up with the crosshairs for her face. So the handle, okay, would kind of come out if this was three-dimensional, right? Let's see. I could mirror image those lines. That is the center of her back right there. Did you guys miss that? Remember the vertical axis lines we drew in? Well, because this is a sphere, we're going to draw in the opposite lines to find the middle of her back, which is right over here. So that handle would come back here like this. And throw that in there like that. All right. And there you have it, guys. If you like drawing videos like this, I've got a bunch more right here. I want to thank you guys so much for drawing with me today. And until the next video, we'll see you later.